Hey, what's up guys? This is Waj from the MW Technology channel on YouTube, and in this video we'll be counting down my top 10 favorite tech products that came out this year. We've had a chance to review a lot of different products this year, so let's go ahead and count down my top 10 products of 2014. Now starting off, one of my favorite tablets of this year definitely has to be the Microsoft Surface Pro 3. The next generation of mobile computing is here, and I think the Surface Pro 3 is really paving that way forward of what tablets can do, and you can actually use this thing to replace your whole entire computer setup because it has a very fast latest generation Intel Haswell processor. You could spec it out to have a lot of internal SSD memory, and the screen quality is incredible. It has a Quad HD display. The keyboard attachment has been really improved quite a bit, and there's so many factors about the Surface Pro 3, including the battery life that I really love of 9 hours. So if you're interested in really stepping away from a traditional laptop and going towards a tablet to use as your main computer, I think this is probably the best one out there. Now next, one of the most exciting piece of hardware for PCs that came out this year was definitely the new lineup of Intel 6-core and 8-core CPUs. And specifically, I'm a big fan of the new Intel Core i7-5820K, the new Haswell-E 6-core processor, mainly because it's the first Intel 6-core processor that comes under the $400 mark, which is pretty darn insane compared to what we saw in the previous generation. Plus, with the great overclocking capabilities, as well as the new X99 motherboard interface, we can finally take advantage of the next generation of DDR4 memory and a whole bunch of different aspects. So if you're interested in making the ultimate gaming PC or a really powerful workstation PC, this is a great platform to start out with. And you definitely want to check out the 5820K, especially if you want a 6-core PC without breaking the bank. Now moving on, I just actually made a video discussing my top favorite smartphone of 2014. You definitely want to check out that video if you haven't already. But basically in that video, we run through all of the major popular smartphones that came out this year, such as all the iPhone 6 and 6 Pluses and OnePlus Ones and Nexus 6 and things like that. And out of all of those smartphones, the one that came out on top, all things considered, was the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. Now the Note 4 is not a perfect phone in terms of everything considered, but in terms of the feature sets and capabilities, it's probably one of the most powerful and feature-rich smartphones ever made out there. In terms of phablets, it's definitely the #1 phablet out there, and people are really loving it. And even though I think the TouchWiz interface is not the best, I think Samsung can definitely improve upon that. The hardware itself and the screen quality and the cameras, all of the things that makes an excellent smartphone, I think the Note 4 is definitely the one to beat. Now next, one of the products that really impressed me this year was the new 5K iMac from Apple. Now, if you were to buy this 5K iMac at the baseline configuration, it costs about $2,500, which is certainly a lot for most people, but you have to consider what you're actually getting. To buy an actual standalone 5K monitor, you could actually get one from Dell. They actually sell one for $2,500. You're pretty much getting that 5K monitor, and then Apple throws in a powerful quad-core PC for free. So in terms of value, it's certainly a high value, and the quality of that display is truly remarkable. The Retina experience you get from the new OS Yosemite is fantastic, and it's very user-friendly and highly optimized for everyone out there, especially if you do kind of video production or photo editing or even music production. It's great for creative professionals and computer enthusiasts nonetheless. So definitely check out the 5K iMac if you're wanting to get a powerful desktop experience that's all in one. And if you were to get a kind of higher end Apple computer, I would probably pick a 5K iMac over the baseline configurations of the Mac Pro that also got released early this year. So definitely check out the 5K if you're interested in the ultimate all-in-one desktop experience. Now this year was really the year where 4K came into the mainstream at a very aggressive kind of price point, both in terms of the television world and in terms of the desktop world. And one of my favorite monitors of this year was definitely the Asus PB P287Q. This monitor offered great connectivity and had a full VESA mount connectivity, so you can mount it up on a stand and everything like that. And the biggest selling feature was definitely the fact that it had full 4K capabilities at 60 Hz, which is kind of the main standard of every monitor that you would want out there. And the great thing about it was it had an excellent panel, very similar to the Samsung 4K 28-inch monitor that also came out around the same time, but a little bit better in terms of overall color rendition and consistency, and it had a little bit better design and a little bit more flexibility. So if you're interested in getting a 4K monitor, you definitely want to check out this 28-inch version from Asus. Now, in terms of wireless technology, 2014 wasn't really mind-blowing in terms of new innovative technology. Certainly with the biggest thing about this year was that AC routers have now certainly replaced most of the N routers that you see out there. And there's certainly still a lot of N routers, but the price point has been so aggressive that now you have the option to actually buy one for your home. And one of my favorite AC routers of this year was definitely the Linksys WRT 1900 AC. I did a full review on it on my channel, so definitely check that out. But one of the things I really loved about the router is that it was so easy to use, so easy to set up, and the performance that you got from the overall networking capabilities and USB 3.0 capabilities was pretty remarkable. Now, there's other higher end routers that are in the $250 to $300 range, which do outperform it in terms of overall wireless speeds and things like that. But in terms of the 5 gigahertz bandwidth, I think it was quite fantastic. And if you want a really solid router that is really capable of doing most of your media streaming and media sharing and for your home or small business, I would definitely recommend taking a look at the WRT 1900 AC. Now, this year marked a brand new frontier of aerial videography and photography, and I think that was partly thanks to the new DJI Phantom 2 Vision Plus. There's still a lot of controversy behind the ethics and kind of public relation issues with using drones with cameras in public areas, and those issues definitely have to be settled before this whole market gets established. But one thing DJI has really done well with the Phantom 2 is that they've given consumers a very easy interface to work with, thanks to the pairing of your smartphone to the controller, and you really get a great sensation of flying, and it pretty much makes those dreamlike sequences of flying a reality, and you could share and capture that footage and make little movies and everything like that. So very powerful piece of equipment that comes in a very competitive price tag. Now, my favorite camera this year definitely has to be the Panasonic GH4. It was one of the first 4K ready cameras that people could buy for around the $1,500 mark and start shooting really incredible looking video footage that most people are not even ready to see yet because they don't have a 4K display. So the competitive price point was certainly a huge aspect of the success of this 4K camera, and just the fact that you can record 4K in multiple different formats at several different frame rates was really impressive. And if you want to shoot 1080p, it shoots 1080p at 200 megabits per second, which is absolutely insane quality for a full HD image. It's almost cinema level. And plus, you could buy that battery grip interface that allows you to have 2 XLR connections with phantom power, monitor your audio as well as adjust your audio levels, and have HD SDI outs for 10-bit 422 external recording capability. So if you want to get some real kind of good quality video out of it, you have that kind of compatibility as well. Plus, the GH4 is such a compact camera with excellent lens selections as well as the adaptability aspect of Micro Four Thirds. So if you're really looking for the ultimate video camera at probably the best price range possible, pretty much the GH4 is the best camera out there for that. Now, recently we just uploaded a video on the best smartwatches of 2014, and the smartwatch that came out on top of everything considered was definitely, in my opinion, the Pebble Steel. The Pebble Steel is probably the best smartwatch you actually could use and need, because one of the aspects that I really love about it is that it has a simple, very high quality metal body design that has lots of different strap options, and it's compatible with both iOS and Android. And if you actually want to use this thing for receiving text messages and replying to simple messages and checking your email and checking the time every once in a while, this is the perfect smartwatch for most people who want to do that. Plus, at a week's battery life and under $200 price point, it's pretty hard to beat. Now, last but not least is kind of a product that actually came out late 2013, but it really was 2014 where it really shined and kind of made its mark in the gaming world. And that definitely has to be the PlayStation 4. Now, PlayStation 4 has pretty much outsold the Xbox One 3-1 in most of this year of 2014. And with games like The Last of Us Remastered, it's really pushing out consoles at a pretty remarkable level compared to what you're seeing on the Xbox One and the Wii U. So if you're looking for a next generation console, it looks like the PlayStation 4 is kind of the winner at this stage. Maybe in terms of gaming content, there's a lot of different exclusives that are going to come out in the future on the PlayStation as well as on the Xbox. Certainly the Wii U will have its excellent share of exclusives. So there'll still be a pretty close battle between a clear winner. But in terms of a safe bet of getting a next generation console, I'm a big fan of the PlayStation 4, mainly because of some of the perks you get with PlayStation Plus. So if you're a subscriber of that, they give you a lot of different free games and a lot of different kind of deals. And sure, Microsoft is giving some different perks and things like that, but Sony's being pretty aggressive in their marketing strategy. So overall, I have to say that the PlayStation 4 is, even though it's a product that came out late 2013, it's probably one of my favorite tech products of 2014. But on that, guys, that's really it. If you have any specific questions about anything I talked about in this video, please make sure to leave that on a comment down below. And also, all of the specific links to all the products we talked about are also in the description down below, so definitely check those out. And make sure you are checking back to our channel every now and then. We have all of these great tech comparison reviews coming out, so make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you later. Take care.